Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to the Blind Piper. I'm Josh, the Blind Piper. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day. I wasn't really planning on doing a video today. I've actually been tossing around a few ideas of what my next video was going to be. And I was just piddling around out here in the shop, and I said, well, my phone's in my pocket, the tripod's sitting over there, and I already had out, I should have done a video while I was smoking it, but I already had out my Irish pipe, my Peterson 86 here. Had just had some old dark fired in it, but I already had that out, and I should have done things a little different here. But anyway, at least it won't be going out on me while I'm trying to run my mouth here, as we've already seen. And I love this pipe, by the way. My fiance bought it for me for my birthday, actually, and kind of a surprise. I was just joking with her, telling her, she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I told her I wanted this, and one day she said, send me the link to that. Well, you know, I saw the price on it, and I said, well, she ain't gonna buy that, and she don't need to spend that kind of money. But little did I know that she went and bought it for me, and it showed up a couple days after my birthday. So that was a nice surprise, and I really appreciated that. And it's definitely holds a special place in my collection. But anyway, in my first video, I mentioned that I was going to do a video on what pipe smoking means to me, and a little bit about my pipe journey. And like I said, I was out here just piddling around, kind of tossing around some stuff, and got some things running around in my head. And I thought, well, it's a Sunday afternoon. Let's go ahead and do it while it's on my mind. So when I was a small child, my stepmom at the time, she was from West Virginia, and her family was in West Virginia, and we used to make trips to West Virginia a few times a year to visit her family. And her dad and oldest brother were both pipe smokers. And I always remember the smell. I always loved the smell of pipe tobacco. It just, oh man. I mean, I still do, obviously, but even as a small child, it was just, oh, magical. And I remember her dad was just kind of a rough and gruff guy. And I think, you know, everybody probably had that person when they was a small child that was intimidating to them. And he was a guy to me that was just kind of, in some way, he was intimidating. He was kind of scary, and he wasn't a scary kind of person. He was a nice guy. I mean, he had a big heart and a good person. But when he was smoking that pipe, he'd be sitting in his recliner in the corner of the living room, puffing on his pipe, and it's like you could just feel that sense of peace and relaxation. And it's like the one time that you felt like you could pull up a chair and sit down and actually talk to him. And he would actually talk to you like a human being. And I cherish those moments that I had with him. And you know, as I got a little older, you know, I got to know him better, of course, and feared him less, and understood him a little more. But eventually, my stepmom and my dad had divorced, and I lost contact with all of them in West Virginia. And I didn't have anybody in my life at the time that was a pipe smoker in my family or, you know, circle of friends. But fast forward about 15 years or so, or to about 15 years ago or so, and me and a few friends was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee on vacation. And it was January. January, if you're familiar with Gatlinburg, Tennessee, January is not the time to go vacation in there. It's not the ideal time unless you want a cheaper cabin, which is what we did. We all split it, and we all just kind of needed a break, vacation, decompress, you know, at that time, and it just lined up for everybody. So, but me and a buddy of mine, he's a lot like me. We went to high school together, and he's an old soul like I am, and we have a lot of the same interests. But we were just running around town, just checking out some of the shops and everything, and we ended up at the little mall up there, and I cannot think of the name of the mall off the top of my head. I want to say Mountain Mall, something. But if you're familiar with Gatlinburg, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a pipe and cigar store in there called the Gatlin Burlier, and it's still in business. It's been open since the late 70s, and I want to say 1978, 77, 78, somewhere around in there. But we went in there and we were just kind of looking around, and both of us started talking. We said, maybe we should pick up a little cheap pipe and take up pipe smoking. And the gentleman that worked there overheard us talking and brought out a couple of, cheap briar pipes to show us. And before we knew it, we had spent quite a bit of time in there talking with him. And before we knew it, we walked out with a new pipe, a little pouch of pipe tobacco, and a little carrying bag. And actually, I still use it today. My little check tool that they gave me. I got a few of these, but I don't know if you can see that or not. It's just a little, cheap, basic check tool. But I have a few of these, and for some reason, this is always the one I like to use. But I was a cigarette smoker at the time. He was not a smoker of anything, and we thought we were pipe professionals at the time. And a couple days into pipe smoking, he said, "You know what? This just ain't for me. No." And I was committed to it at the time, and I lasted a few more days, and then I quickly realized I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So I ended up putting my pipe back in this little pouch and throwing it in a drawer somewhere, and said, "Man, maybe one day I'll come back to it." But so fast forward about 15 years to late last year, I was going through some stuff. We bought a house last year, and if you've ever bought a new house or moved in general, you always have them boxes, whether it's 6 months, a year, 10 years, whatever. You always have them boxes in a closet, attic, basement, or something that's just full of stuff that you just never go through. But I took some time off work, vacation time or something, and I said, I'm gonna start going through some of this crap, get rid of some stuff. Well, I ran across my old pipe. I pulled it out and I said, "Man, that brings back memories." I said, I should take up pipe smoking again, give it another try. So I set it aside. I think I stuck it in my desk drawer, and I said, this time I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna get more information and know what I'm doing. So back 15 years ago, I didn't have a computer. I didn't have access to YouTube and Google and all that stuff. So I got on YouTube and I typed in how to smoke a pipe. Well, as soon as I hit that search button, I said, "Oh, what have I done?" I said, "It's gonna pull up a bunch of crap about smoking marijuana," and now all of a sudden, every time I open YouTube, it's gonna be all about marijuana or something. And much to my surprise, it pulled up the Pipe Cottage. And if you have not checked out the Pipe Cottage, I'm gonna post a link to that channel down below in the description box, and you need to check out Dr. Alan Harrelson with the Pipe Cottage. Changed my life. So not only did I find a wealth of information regarding pipe smoking, but I also discovered that this was a man that was the same age as me, and I had a lot of the same interest and views as I do. And I found myself basically binge watching everything that he had posted up until that point. And I still follow him religiously. Anytime he puts out new content, I'm watching it. And like I said, I've learned so much from him. If I could get my channel to be just a fraction the size or amount of information as him, that would be amazing. I'm not trying to be anybody, like I had said before. I'm not trying to be anybody or be like anybody. I just want to put out good content and help provide good information. And his channel is definitely great information. So like I said, I'll put a link to his channel below, and please check him out and like and subscribe to him. Squirrel running across the roof up here. So in doing that, you always get other things in your news feed or whatever, it's, related content. And there opened up another rabbit hole. I started just learning, I started eating it up, man. I just couldn't get enough of it. And learning about all the different types of tobaccos out there, and learning that there's a ton of different tobaccos out there. At the time when I first got in, I thought there was just a handful of different tobaccos out there, and that's about it. I didn't know that there was literally like thousands of different tobaccos out there. But there's so much so much of a wealth of information there on YouTube and Facebook groups and everything else. So take advantage of those, definitely. And don't just stick to one person. Watch as many different people as you can. Learn from as many different people as you can, because there might be 10 different people out there telling you about the same thing, but you're going to learn something from every one of those people. And it's a great community, as I'm learning. It's a lot bigger community than I ever realized, and there's some great people in there, and hopefully one day I'll get a chance to meet some of these guys in person. But I can definitely say that pipe smoking is one of the best things I've ever done. Like I said, last year was definitely not the best year for me, especially the last part of the year, and it brought a sense of peace back into my life. I can't even really put into words how it's changed my life. To me, it's almost like therapy. You come home from a hard day at work and sit down on the back porch or come out here in the shop and load up your pipe, fire it up, and just sit there and relax and think and ponder and try to solve the world's problems and maybe create some at the same time. But it's definitely put a sense of peace back in my life that was needed so badly. And I have a lot of these other YouTube presenters to thank for that. And as we go along on this channel, I'll definitely will direct you to more of them as well. And because like I said, there's several of them, and I definitely want you to support them. And they put out some great content. So yeah, just a quick little video. Sorry, started rambling again, and that was not my intentions. But anyway, my next video, I got a couple different tobacco reviews floating around that I'm trying to decide which one to do first. So hopefully I'll get one of them out in the next couple of days here, and get some other content going for you as well. But if you like anything you see on this channel so far, please like and subscribe, and share it with your friends. And like I said, I'm going to put a link below. If you're not familiar with the Pipe Cottage, I'm going to put a link below, and so you can check them out. And Dr. Alan Harrelson, like I said, he puts out some wonderful content, and great guy, wealth of knowledge, not only in pipe smoking, but other things as well. And just check him out, and you'll see for yourself. And also Moose Run Coffee. He's a big supporter of Moose Run Coffee, and because of that, I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but I got my fiance to order some Moose Run Coffee, and she absolutely loved it. So check that out as well, Moose Run Coffee. And actually, I need to get her to check that out. They're supposed to be coming out, if it's not out already, a Pipe Cottage blend of Moose Run Coffee as well. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. Sorry about rambling so much. I think I warned you in the first video I might do that a little bit. But anyway, until next time, blessings to all, and lots of luck to you and yours.